Business operators at the National Council for Art and Culture Village in Abuja are calling on the federal government to sack the Director General of the Council, Olusegun Rusenwe, for allegedly evading the federal government's directive on payment of all revenue to single treasury accounts. They're also calling for the probe of Rusenwe over alleged human rights violation and continuous use of force to intimidate its members at the village. The call is contained in a petition by the association sent to the National Human Rights Commission and the Economic Financial Crimes Commission. Our correspondent, Abdulrazak Salahuddin, has a report.
They say Rushenwe has directed that payment for rent be made to a private Diamond Bank account, a directive they say undermines government's effort at generating revenue. Speaking to journalists, the leader of the group alleges that the recent fire outbreak that occurred in the art village may have been deliberately orchestrated by some people who seek to destroy their businesses and sabotage the government. Thus, they are calling for an investigation into the matter and bring the perpetrators to book.
An abuse of one person. We are here and we are demanding the immediate release of these 92 people. That is our first plea. We have a court order. We have a court order. This court order was served on October on the 7th by Honorable Justice A.V. Mohammed, presiding judge, 07. So we are following everything legally. We're not restraining him from any of such activities like we are seeing now. We have been tear gassed earlier on. We have been shot at earlier on because we want to give a press conference. As I said, there has been no notice whatsoever, not one on notice. Did anybody receive any notice? No. And the gate was closed. And then with men with guns. You know.
They also expressed reservation on the neutrality of the Nigerian police on the matter while calling for the sack of the Director General, whom they say has turned many of them jobless, making some of them to look towards migrating to Libya. The Director General of the National Council for Arts and Culture, Rushenwe, dismisses their claims, saying instead they are the ones who have a case to answer, as some of their actions undermines government's effort at securing the lives and property of the Nigerian people.
Stakeholders and ESCO and other members went to the ICPC. Next to that, after the 15th, after the fire, on the day of the fire, 4 days before the fire, the CCTVs were removed. The CCTVs that were installed during the AFAC festival in September were removed 4 days before the fire. Then on the day of the fire, there's a vehicle parked right in front of the gates, a Nissan Xterra. This Xterra 6 feet from the gates, and there's a fire, and nobody is moving the vehicle. It is these stakeholders, those that were around, had to jack this vehicle out of the way to allow fire service after 45 minutes to be able to assess the property. On assessing the property, this car was not recorded by the police, neither was it detained. Next, we were expecting, at least the National Council for Arts and Culture is mandated to preserve, upgrade, and protect our arts, our craft and culture. That is their mandate. Policy in arts and crafts. We are stakeholders. We manufacture art locally. Everything is done locally.
Nothing to do with NCAC. It was the police, due to intelligent reports of criminals turning the NCAC Arts and Craft Village to a hideout. It tells a very bad story about our country. It tells that we are not organized. Nobody can deal with any embassy except through the Foreign Affairs Ministry. As I'm talking to you now, EFCC is investigating that aspect of the criminality or the offense they've committed. So let them not hide under the guise that police is doing their job, which of course everybody must commend police for doing a good job.